Toastmasters and guests. My name is Ray Atkinson. I was born in 1990 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and raised in Kannapolis. My speech is basically about how living in an automobile-centric society has impacted my life. Even from birth, it impacted my life. Being driven home from the hospital, I didn't get driven home on a bicycle like in the Netherlands. I got driven home in a car, actually by a van. And then came to Kannapolis. I want to describe my home just because it impacts my life. Transportation is pretty key to my life. My home is in a cul-de-sac. That may not be much of a meaning to most people, but cul-de-sac impacts how whether you can bike, walk, use a car. This helmet represents safety in America. And from beginning of life, I had to use a helmet, at least in America. In the cul-de-sac, I used a helmet. You know, there's really no cars on the road. But it was bordered by Mooresville Road, which is a 4-lane, no sidewalks, no greenways, had 55-mile road, and my parents were not allowed to bike on that. But that road and Council Parkway, which used to be Boy Scout Camp Road, kept me from being able to bike to school, which was 7 miles away. Went to Old Elementary School, Northwest Cabarrus, Middle High School, and the School for Environmental Studies. All those schools were 7 to 15 miles away, and it limited my ability to live an active lifestyle. So with that, one thing before I got to high school, I had a car crash that actually ended up being in a wheelchair for a month or so. And that was right before I started cross-country swimming and track in high school. And I was finally able to do sports after, even though I had to wear, knee guards and stuff like that. But being able to live an active lifestyle allowed me to get out of the car. And then when I went to UC Charlotte, I became an advocate, which before then I was not. So, but then I was still bordered by 4-lane highways. W.T. Harris, Knox Creek Church Road. And so I saw that as a need to do something about that. So there was no bike advocacy club on campus, so I started that. And for my 4 years there, I was active in advocacy there with being a student senator and my internships and stuff like that. And that's an opportunity with the University of Oregon to become more educated as an advocate. So I went to Denmark and Netherlands for 3 weeks and just biked everywhere. I think I was not in a car for 3 weeks, and I learned how they did everything. That's where I turned my helmet off, because in Europe, they don't wear helmets, at least not often, because it's a safety thing, which America is not safe at the moment, but over there they feel safe enough not to wear a helmet. So I came back to the United States and I had to put a helmet back on. Whether that's, I'm still learning right now what the helmet means, whether it protects your head, in an accident, but a society that's able to now rely on a helmet for safety, they can just feel safe, is something that I'm desiring to live in. And so I came back to the United States and continued to be an advocate with the Charlotte Bicycle Alliance, continued to be in the Cyclist Club, and just helping people, educate them, and pursue infrastructure that can assist people to feel safe. And so my future is one to be born in a people-centered society, which a lot of people may not understand what people-centered society is, but what that means is a place that's made for people and not for automobile. It's pretty significant, because people may be in an automobile, but being a people-centered society means you can walk safely, you can bike safely, you have freedom to choose the mode of transportation that you feel comfortable, safe, convenient to use, and don't have to be dependent on an automobile to get everywhere. Europe, almost pretty much the perfect example of a people-centered society. It's not perfect, but when you have a whole street that is made for people where there's no cars allowed, where you can meet people on the street. You can't meet people in a car. You're by yourself. Most people in America live where they get in a car and they're by themselves all day. You know, they don't see other people on the road. They see just angry people, other angry drivers. So in Europe, that's where people-centered society is. It's made for people, not for all of them. Thank you.